All right, here we go. So, me and Amay are here right now in our first one-to-one session. So, you've just done the approaches where you've just gone into the stores, built up confidence that way. How was it? How did you find it? And how are you feeling going into the next level now in the next section?
Level one has already blown my mind, to be honest. It's blown my mind because just the information that I received about how I'm reading people and how I should be reading people is it's a gold. I've never taught things like this. It's just level one, by the way. So I'm stoked. It was great. I was a bit nervous, but I think I'm warmed up now and I'm ready to go to the next one.
Amazing, man. And just quickly tell us something that you learned, like a tangible thing that maybe a coaching point that you've remembered, or something that I taught you, or a small little distinction that maybe you can remember now, say out loud, which will be good to you, uh, put into your subconscious to go into the next level. What do you think?
Eye contact, holding it, even if I'm uncomfortable, standing on my ground. Yeah, I need to put that deeper in my subconscious. Um, yeah, and yeah, I'm really focusing on the person like being personal and asking personal questions while holding serious eye contact. Yeah.
What about the name, the use of the name?
Use of the yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, that's the most important one. I never ask for names, and I need to be asking their names to make it more personal.
Amazing, man. Let's go and do it. Okay, so you just have done proper approaches, like no more going into shops or anything like that. How did you find those approaches, like going up to women that you find attractive and being like, "Hey, I find you attractive," or just making small talk? How did you find that kind of shift from in the shops to actually okay going out there and actually doing it face to face?
It's completely different. Completely different. You have to put yourself in a completely different mind space. There's an obligation when you're in a shop that someone will speak to you, but there's no obligation outside. So you have to really work hard at creating conversation and having someone show interest. That was scary. That's definitely very scary. I had to really put myself out there when I was doing it outside.
Just and how did you do that? Like, so you can watch this back and be like, okay, this is how I did it. Maybe tell us an area that you struggled with, and then a coaching point that came in, and then that made you be like, okay, cool. Now I'm seeing a little bit of success or a win.
Well, first thing is I had to relax myself. If I was scared, I wouldn't be doing any approaches at all. So I had to find a way to ground myself. Having you helped a lot, so you were kind of encouraging me. And how else did I do this? I have to think. Yeah, I think just sending it at some point. Uh, yeah, I'm the type of person who will do if you ask me to do something and I say yes, I'll do my best to do it. It's an honor thing. I think just having uh, that personality of honoring what's being asked of me,
Yeah.
that gave me balls of steel.
Awesome. And obviously for those watching, um, Amay went over to a group of three ladies, and he said actually like 2 minutes earlier, by the way, curly hair. If I ever see curly hair, that's my type. We saw these three girls who I think pretty much two of them had curly hair. They were looking over at us, and we just stopped and be like, right, cool, off you go. And then you went over, bro, pretty much immediately. Once I said, okay, go. And that to me is courageous. That's balls of steel. That's being like, fucking hell, like this guy, if you set him a task, he will go and do it. That says a lot about you and your character. So then all we need to work on is what we're saying, how we're saying it. Do you remember what I said to you about trying to like stand in front and then stopping and saying, hey, sorry, super random? Yeah, do you remember that bit? And then also the compliments. So maybe talk about what you learned about compliments today, and like, yeah, maybe something that I've taught you about specifically.
Approaching from the front is difficult because it's like really putting myself in a position of I want your attention. Like I'm going ahead and turning back around. That's difficult for me because that's really putting myself in a position of be like, hey, I want to talk to you. The compliments part, that's something I need to work on. Being creative with them and not taking the easy way out and saying, "Oh, you look great. You look amazing today." Um, so being something that's sort of like leaving breadcrumbs at the same time, and also not being too creepy. So that's I need to. I'm working on that. I need to work on that. Yeah.
Bro, well done today. Honestly, you've really impressed me for the first session. This is your first session now. You know, like with the masculine essence, you're going to be here now for a minimum of 3 months. This is your first session. We're going to look back at this and be like, wow, look at what you've done and how courageous you were. And this was the stepping stone. What do you want to do for next time in your next approach day when we come and come to that situation again? What do you want to start applying and start doing?
I want to come up with a strategy for myself where I can have compliments or not approach lines, not pick up lines, but lines that I can fall back on, so that I can use as ways to engage in conversation that are not creepy. So for next time, I want to study and have some idea of like how I want to do these approaches that fits my personality. Um, and I also want to step on the gas a little bit and get a little more difficult. Yeah, slightly more, not too much.
Is that not too much, in it? Yeah, slightly more. We'll do it, man. We'll level it up, and that's exactly what we'll do. And you will start to see results from your approaches. Bearing in mind, this is your base level today. You will start to see results. And what I'll teach you is how to ask for the number, how to ask for the Instagram if you want it, how to have an instant date there and then. When you start actually developing that charm and that charisma, you can start doing what are you doing right now? Come, let's go. Me and you right now, let's go. You say it in a playful manner. But we'll get there. Well done. Smashed it today. Honestly, you should be proud of yourself. For real.